Hello everyone, welcome back to Swing Big as we wrap up our first full month of 2022. Together we're here to have a conversation about redefining and reawakening masculinity in the modern world. We set the foundation and define masculinity as a man who rejects passivity, accepts responsibility, leads courageously, and expects a higher reward. Today let's further explore what it means to accept responsibility. Honestly, the first 4 episodes were a bit easy for me. The topic of masculinity in our world has been on my mind for years. But as we landed on our definition, accepts responsibility is one that seems so simple. How much more can there be to say? The reality is, though, that you don't have to dig too deep to realize that this may be one of our greatest areas of opportunity, our greatest gaps between where we are today and where we want to be as men. Today's conversation will focus on 2 different lenses of accepts responsibility. Let's set the foundation first. In Essentialism by Greg McKeown, he describes taking care of yourself as protecting the asset. The argument he makes is that you, your body, your health, is your greatest asset. It's an asset that's largely irreplaceable and should be prioritized. My belief is that this fits right into the necessity of a man to accept responsibility, because if you can't take care of yourself, you can't take responsibility for other people in your life, other things in your life. You cannot be the husband your wife deserves if you've run yourself into the ground. You can't be the employee you need to be if your health gets in the way of your responsibilities. You can't be the dad your kids deserve if you have don't have the physical, mental, and emotional capacity to dedicate to them. Continuing the example, you may not be able to generate income to pay your mortgage if your body is bankrupt. To be clear, we don't need to be chiseled like Gerard Butler in the movie 300, but we should set our sights higher. Poor physical health impacts your mental health. On days when my knee hurts, which happens occasionally after my ACL reconstruction, I struggle mentally and emotionally. The reverse is true. Many people's physical health is impacted because of their deep-seated mental and emotional struggles. Our health, our bodies, are our greatest asset. Men, we need to accept responsibilities for ourselves, for our health and well-being, so that we can deliver on other responsibilities in life. We must protect the asset. Okay, we've taken care of ourselves, or we're going to try to. Now what? From a foundation of health or strength, we have to accept the responsibility as husbands and dads, as coworkers and friends, as neighbors, and more generally as people. Our responsibilities are not just finite, but they're continuous. I am a husband today. I will be a husband tomorrow. I need to accept responsibility for my words, my actions, my intentions continuously. It's not a once and done type of thing. The same goes for being a dad. I regret the times that I brought baggage into my role as dad, losing my patience and seeing the hurt in my son's eyes. It's easier to see the impact of our reckless words with kids because they haven't been conditioned to hide it behind their pride like adults. I am responsible for bringing my best self to my role as dad each and every day. The same goes for our role as employees and more broadly as men that walk the face of the earth. From a place of health, a place of strength, we have a responsibility to each and every day make the world a better place. Accepts responsibility may seem so simple, but it's arguably the most challenging task and greatest opportunity we have as men. In a world where physical health has declined and where people only look out for themselves and their own interests, we need men who are capable and inclined to make this world a better place, not only for their families, but for their communities. If you aren't regularly contributing to your family, but also to your greater community, you haven't accepted your responsibility in your role as a man. We need men who accept responsibility to help turn the tide and make the world a better place. Simply put, men have responsibilities for themselves, their families, and their communities. We must accept responsibility for all 3 if we are to truly become modern men. So let's bring it home today. A real man rejects passivity, accepts responsibility, leads courageously, and expects a higher reward. For next week, please begin thinking about what it means to lead courageously in your lives, as that will be the main point of conversation. And thanks for joining us again this week and helping to wrap up the first month together. Please comment and subscribe to continue along in the conversation. We must accept responsibility, specifically to protect the asset, ourselves, to be able to step up to the plate and swing big. Thank you.